afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a Sunday matinee here from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. And folks, a reminder as always that today's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. The Rivulettes head into today down 1-0 in the series against the Barrie Junior Sharks after a tough 3-1 defeat Friday night here at home. The Rivulettes' lone goal scored by Lacey Rivers coming just too late in the third period. Cambridge never able to catch the Sharks, but they look to change their fate here today. It's Cambridge, it's Barrie, in Game 2 of the OWHL playoffs.
Introducing the starting lineup of the visiting Barrie Sharks. On defense, number 11, Piper 7. On defense, number 44, Kathleen Young. Back forward, number 12, Mary Winter. Back forward, number 29, Jennifer Keller. Back forward, number 91, Elvis Silva. And starting at number 58, Riley Maxwell. And the rest of the Sharks. Head coach Wayne Aldridge, assistant coaches Mike White and Rebecca Burris, trainers Stella Marcus and Kristen Barrie. Introducing the starting lineup here, Cambridge Rivulettes. On defense, number 4, Race Reed. On defense, number 7, Maddie Kim. Back forward, number 9, Lauren Stiles. Back forward, number 12, Will Carswell. Back forward, number 24, Michael Carswell. And starting at number 33, Courtney Gizman. And the rest of the Rivulettes. Head coach Jeff Adler. Assistant coaches Rob Stewart, Patty Pataki, and Jonathan Petro. Athletic therapist Emily Lally. Athletic manager Ron Howard. We stand for Abel, Ruger Cass, and Iowa Canada.
Thank you, Kevin, for the wonderful introduction in what I believe is the final home game here at the Preston Memorial Auditorium this season. Folks, we'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties in Game 1. Some internet network issues going on throughout the building. Neither feed able to stay alive the entire game, but knock on wood for me at home, things seem to be a little bit brighter this afternoon thus far. And the Rivulettes look to knot the series up at 1 over the next 60 minutes. Starting for your Cambridge Rivulettes, number 9, Lauren Stiles, number 24, Micah Carswell, number 12, Quinn Carswell. On defense for the Rivulettes, number 4, Reese Reed, and number 7, Maddie Kim. And in net for the Rivulettes, number 33, Courtney Beeksma. The Rivulettes hoping to spring into action today with a little energy. after the 3-1 defeat just a couple days ago. As Kim can't corral it at the blue line, that one will head out. And then she'll have to send it back in as it's taken away by Barrie. Reed sending it in from the red line. A quick change for the Rivulettes, just 35 seconds in. And in breaks Barrie. Winters cross-ice pass. And that one gets dropped to the blue line, but Maida will corral it in the neutral zone. D'Angela. Her first game back in the last 5 after suspension. She'll send it in from the red line and give chase alongside Lacey Rivers. Rivers again with the lone goal for Cambridge Friday night. High clearance pass batted out of midair by Taya Wallace as the Rivulettes come away with it and send it back down. D'Angela hard in on the forecheck. She's showing some rested legs early. And Quinn Carswell back to touch up for icing. And we'll have our first face-off of the game coming down to the Barrie Sharks' end. Just 18:30 remaining in the first period. Cambridge looking to start strong. Sharon on the draw. Back for Carrier. Her shot just wide. As Strome gets tripped up out front. And the net appears to be knocked off. Strome from the slot. Just up over the glove of Riley Maxwell, but it'll miss wide. Quick release from Ava Strome. Shawn from the middle of the ice, and a good blocker by Maxwell. Shawn fortunate to find the loose puck, squeak out onto her stick. Broderick in the slot. She skates into traffic, and it's picked up by Barrie as they carry it up into the Rivulettes' end. Madeline McKay in on the right side. Her shot off the glove of Courtney Beeksma and off a post. That Beeksma's first touch of the game, and a shaky one at that. Miller only giving up 2 goals on 30 shots Friday night. But Ava Sador did one better. Carswell able to clear the zone, but as the Rivulettes head for a change, Barrie will control. Cosgrave up off the boards. Icing waved off. Reed will pick it up behind her net. Kim gets pinned up on the near boards. Pull it out down low. Stop and try the other side. Burt trying to find Miller, cutting up over center ice. Her pass just beyond the outstretched reach of Emerson Miller. Reed skating up the left side. She'll try to flip it forward, and that pass off a Shark attacker up over the bench. And a face-off coming inside the Cambridge Rivulet zone. Styles on the draw. It's won by Barrie. Keller can't handle it, but a shot on from the blue line. That one hits Avery Randall out front. Kathleen Dion's shot, unable to get through traffic. There's Carswell. It's pulled off the puck. Carswell can't handle it on the boards. Into the zone is Keller. One-on-one with Ristori. Ristori able to step in the way of that shot attempt. Quinn now up the left side. She'll gain the line and send it in. Keller will flip it in from the blue line. There's Beeksma. Plays it behind the net. Barrie closing quickly on Broderick. Meta's shot from the blue line. Caught by Courtney Beeksma. And we'll have a face-off coming inside the zone to Beeksma's left. Correction, Beeksma's other left. Face off won by Neal. And the Rivs begin a breakout. D'Angelo cross ice finds Rivers. Rivers makes a move. Just a little too much sauce on it. As the puck makes its way all the way to Riley Maxwell, and she'll play it forward. Carrier's pass taken away. It's brought in by Meta. In on the left. Beeksma able to get a blocker on it. Meta regains possession. Cutting to the middle of the ice. She's knocked off of it. It's picked up by Charette. Neal with a stick to knock it wide. Sticky puck over near the Rivulettes bench. Perhaps some ice issues on that side of the rink. It was a problem Friday night. It looks as though it may be again here today. Reed gets there first. Can't hang on, and that puck up over the glass. We'll get a face-off inside the Rivulettes end. 14:44 remaining in the first period at Preston Memorial Auditorium. Clean face-off won by Sharon. Strom tries to flip it forward for Reed. And the Rivs unable to clear the zone. It's kept in with a good effort from Winter. Maddie Kim taken down. Shot off. Beeksma. The glove save. Shrep from the blue line. That one misses wide. As Reed pokes it forward, Strom can't get there, and the Rivulettes find space. Maddie Kim's pass off a pair of skates as Swanson dumps it in. That one out front! And Elda Silva can't find the back of the net. Cosgrave's shot off the pad of Beeksma. As Strom leaves it for Kim. The Rivulette defense will flip it up and out of play, but Cambridge getting caught on a change. In is De Silva. Cambridge fortunate as the Sharks couldn't quite keep their feet on side. And we'll have a face-off coming outside the Cambridge zone. Miller with the face-off win. Burt can't hang on. And the Rivs regroup. Ristori stops. She'll have to turn around. Play it forward for Hillick. Hillick has the feet taken out from under her. And once again, the Sharks step offside. Miller with another face-off win. Hillick will send it the distance. Miller giving chase. Burt there with her. It's pulled out by Dion. And Barrie able to clear the zone. Burt tips it off the boards. Miller from the red line dumps it in, icing waved off. Micah Carzal in quickly on the forecheck. A good cross-ice pass, and Lermond is up over the Rivulet blue line. Lermond with one goal already Friday night. That shot blocked. Severn the other Monday night. And Severn looking for a second. Off a body and outbreak the Rivulettes. Stiles chipping it in on the right side. She'll poke it down low. Quinn speeding in. It's picked up by Reed. Rivers hanging back. And it'll be played down low by Reed. Stiles pinned up on the end boards. Rivers in fighting for possession. on, able to come away with it. And out comes Barrie. Severn in over the blue line. D'Angelo getting a body on her, and Kim stepping in the way. Neal looking cross ice, finds D'Angelo. It's a 2-on-1. D'Angelo, Rivers on the right. Sadie all alone. D'Angelo shot up over the net. Neal picks up the loose puck from the slot. She shoots into the stomach of Riley Maxwell. And the Barrie keeper keeps this a 0-0 game with 11:19 remaining in the first period. Sadie D'Angelo, a huge addition back to the lineup for the Cambridge Rivulettes after, as we mentioned, 5 games out. But she joins Cambridge for the rest of their playoff push. Up over the blue line and shot on by Swanson. Randall gets knocked over. Barrie, a physical team, won the physical battle Friday night. Cambridge is going to need to find a way to slow them down tonight here. Harbeck kicks it to her. Stick and gets a quick shot off. Unable to get much on it, however, and Beeksma makes no mistake. Ava Strom now up the left side. The Carswell's cutting in with her. Sharon in there. Strom gets taken into the boards. Micah able to knock it loose. But the Sharks clear the zone. Carrier over the line again. She'll send it in. And it's flipped forward. Keller in on the left side. Her shot up over the head of Beeksma. Cambridge cut on another change. As Hillick bats it forward and out of the zone. Reed has her pass deflected. Reed makes a move to the middle of the ice. Looks forward. Tries to find Hillick. She can't catch that one. And it'll go the length for icing. 9:44 remaining in this first period. Brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face. A face you can trust. Miller and Hillick combine to knock the puck loose. And it's taken away by Emerson Miller, the Rivulettes' leading goal scorer in the regular season. But errant pass drops out in front of Courtney Beeksma, and she'll cover up for another face-off. Sadie France on the draw for Barrie. Lauren Stiles ties her up, but the Sharks come away with it. Stiles up the right side. Randall up with a burst of speed, but it's picked off by Wallace. Her shot misses wide, and Randall picks it up with room to skate. Avery Randall up on the left side. She stops and turns back. Play it down into the corner for Micah. Once again, Brumwell able to clear the zone. Quinn sending it in from the blue line, and she'll head off for a change. Delayed offside. Nice play. Allowed to go on. Broderick fans on the pass. And Neal gets caught at the red line. Severn, cross ice. That one off his skate. Carrier up the right side. She'll flip it to the middle of the ice. Dion gets a stick on it. Rivers trying to get in the way. The Sharks able to escape. D'Angela kicking it over the blue line. She'll head off. And Severin once again can't find it in her feet. Reed plays it forward. Strom into the feet of Maddie Kim. .7:35 remaining in the first period. Still scoreless here from Preston. The Swanson chips it in. Both teams looking to open the scoring. Beaksma out of her net. And the Sharks able to come away with it. Reed stops. Skates out front of her net. Continuing up the left side. Reese Reed gets taken in hard and a penalty coming here to the Barrie Sharks. As Reed taken down hard. Appears to be an unfortunate break for Kate Stewart as her stick got caught in the boards chasing Reed. But the Rivulettes head on their first power play of the game. Miller, Hillick, Burt, Ristori, and Randall on for the Rivulettes here to begin this power play. 7 minutes remaining. Ristori controls it up top. Finds Burt. Burt walks in. Her shot through. Maxwell able to get a pad on it, and the Sharks will send it down the ice. Ristori now racing back. Sarah Hillick getting called for a penalty. She's none too pleased with it. And just like that, the 2-minute head contact penalty will bring the game to 4-on-4. Just 16 seconds into the Rivulette power play. We'll drop to 4-on-4. And the ice will open up. Styles with a face-off win. She's been solid on the dot early. Carrier looks forward for Micah, finds her. Micah spinning into the zone. She'll just play it down low. Broderick able to pick it up on the left side, but can't hang on. Trying to send it all the way. Barrie into the zone. Cuts Brumwell. She stops. Pounded by Broderick on the far boards. It's poked forward. Schratt able to get a shot through Carrier, but it heads cross ice. Micah trying to power it forward. She'll do so. Carzal hooked entering the zone. 37 seconds remain in the penalty to Stewart. 49 remaining to Hillick. And in comes Barrie. De Silva up over the blue line. Husmeda cutting in on net. Reed takes the body. She stops. Maddie Kim on the takeaway. Quinn looks cross ice. Her pass intercepted. And slowed down by Piper Seven. And she'll carry it up herself while the rest of her team heads for a change. Seven from the ringette line. Her shot off the pad, and the Rivulettes shorthanded for the next 16 seconds. Able to send it the length, icing waved off. Cosgrave looking cross ice. She'll play it for Wallace. Up over the left is Severin. Severin in. Trying to cut towards net. Randall stepping in the way. We return to 5-on-5. Styles jumping on the ice and taking up post on the left side. Story's pass tipped. Styles can't flip it out. But that one kicked up over the boards. And we've got another face-off inside the Rivulettes zone. 4:25 remaining in this scoreless first period. Brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face, a face you can trust. Cross ice. Cosgrave's shot. Up high and wide off the glass. Cosgrave with a pair of penalties Friday night. As their Story sends it in from the red line. Rivers with the takeaway, but it's taken right back and given away. Broderick over center ice. She'll carry it in. Maren Broderick, the Syracuse commit, taking it in deep. The Sharks now chipping it in. Keller unable to get there. She'll pull it out from the goal line. Let the Rivulettes move forward. Broderick's pass off the skates of Sadie DeAngela up and over the bench. Face off once again inside the Rivulettes zone. Barrie takes control off the face-off. That one's sent in on goal. Beeksma able to get a piece of the tip. As Rivers clears the zone, but it's chipped right back in. Keller on the right side. Makes a move on Kim, but DeAngela with a stick check to knock it free. Neal trying to kick it up the left side. DeAngela can't clear the zone. And it's poked back in by Winter. 3 minutes remain in this first period. Neal picks it up at the red line and chips it in. She'll head off for a change. DeAngela staying on for the forecheck. A takeaway down low. DeAngela back to the blue line. Ristori walks in. Her shot through. Maxwell gets a glove on it and covers up for a face-off inside the Barrie zone with 2:42 to go in this first period. DeAngela making her presence known already tonight. Burt can't quite get the shot off. It's batted out by Hillock. Getting a good backhand. Misses just wide. Burt on the wraparound. Miller from out front. Knocked off the puck. Wallace flips it out, but Randall picks it up and sends it back in. That puck squizzles. Miller batting away at it, but the net kicked off by Maxwell. And it'll remain 0-0. An active shift from Hillock, Miller, and Rachel Burt, as we've come to expect. 2:20 remain. Face-off picked up by Dion as Randall gets there in time. Burt for Hillock. Hillock can't get the shot on net, but controls it down low. Out front, Miller gets batted off the puck. As Ristori picks it back up in her own end, and Cambridge will move forward. Kendra Ristori up the left side. Cross ice for Randall. A puck tipped in. Micah Carswell giving chase. She'll win the race. Carswell gets stapled from behind. Cosgrave in there battling with her. Severn as well. 1:40 remaining. Quinn gets to the loose puck. Tries to flip it out. It's picked up by Micah. Micah down for Quinn. Styles getting a backhand on it, but not much more. And Carrier plays it back in. Styles' stick gets pinned up. And Cosgrave will flip it up and out. Broderick gets a glove on it. But rushing in is McKay. McKay cutting in on net. Good stick check from Broderick after the mistake. Dangerous opportunity there for Barrie to open the scoring at the end of this first period. Ava Strom in Flipping it deep. Waiting for her team to catch up to her. It'll be taken away by Meta with less than a minute to go now in the first period. That one sent up and out. And Strom will send it in from the red line. 28 seconds to go. Burt unable to get a stick on it. That one's going the length. Icing waved off, but then called as Reed able to race back and touch up for the icing. Good back check from Reese Reed to create a late period face-off in the Barrie zone. 17 seconds and change remaining here. Cambridge potentially with one final chance. Neal on the draw. D'Angelo out front, Broderick behind. Neal gets tied up. D'Angelo for Broderick. Broderick on the one-timer. Off Stewart's shin pads. D'Angelo pokes it free. With 5 seconds left, that's going to do it for the first period here from Preston as we head into the intermission, tied 0-0 after 20 minutes. And folks, a reminder as always that tonight's intermission is brought to you by Drains R Us Plumbing, serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region and Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-654-0007 for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-654-0007. We'll see you back here in 12 minutes, folks. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to second period action from the Preston Memorial Auditorium, folks. And a reminder, as always, that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. A scoreless first period here from Preston. And Neal controlling it on the boards. Loses it. And it's sent out. Randall wins the race to the puck. D'Angelo can't squeak it up the boards. It's chipped back in by De Silva. Rivulettes look to set up a breakout. Rivers gets tied up, trying to exit. D'Angelo picks it up off the left side, has Rivers wide right, and she'll chip it in. Keller racing back on the takeaway. It's kept in at the blue line by Carrier. Not for long. As the Sharks are able to chip it down. Styles wins the race, gets a piece of it. It's picked up by Brumwell. Up off the boards, that one gonna head the length. Carrier racing back, and she will get back just in time to touch up for icing. With the face-off coming down to the Barrie end. Styles wins the face-off, but quickly Taya Wallace picks it up and races forward. Wallace is shot off the toe of Courtney Beeksma. Styles pokes it forward. It's picked up by Micah Carswell. Carswell trying to find Styles, cutting in on net. That one knocked away. Quinn gets a stick on it. Styles down low for Micah. Back to the blue line. Reed fans on the shot. And Brummel trying to carry it up the other way. Reed jumps back and makes a play on the puck. An unfortunate fan for Reese Reed. But all is well that ends well. And the Rivs look to move forward once again. Rivers leaves it for Sharon racing out of his zone. Her rushed. He's knocked up over the bench. And the face-off coming outside the Barrie zone. Charette up over the blue line. And a good stretch pass. Finds Wallace, whose shot misses wide. Rivers takes it off his skate. It's picked up by Miller. Miller one-on-one the other way. In on Charette. Charette just able to get a stick on it. As Emerson Miller nearly found herself all alone out front. Hillock keeps it in. Burt down low. Hillock cutting up. Burt for Hillock. Cambridge unable to get a shot. Burt below the goal line. Cuts out front. Their shot from a sharp angle. Catches Maxwell. And things starting to get chippy now as we get going in the second period. And too many men for Barrie. But the refs missed the 7 people on the ice. And the Sharks play it in deep. Broderick steps in the lane. Neal tries to cut out. Has it taken off her stick. Bird able to clear. Aaron Broderick's pass up off the boards. Poked forward by Hillick. That's 7. First to the puck as Rivers gives chase. And the Sharks can't move forward. Broderick in time back as icing's waved off. And Barrie regains possession just as quick. De Silva now up over the red line. Keller. Shot from the ringette line off the glove of Beeksma. Cosgrave tracked down by D'Angela. Up top is Cosgrave. Her shot through, tipped on. Keller getting a stick on it, but Beeksma makes the adjustment. Carrier fends off the attacker. Broderick will flip it up and out. Both teams looking to open the scoring. So Wallace tips it in. France down low. Trying to send it out front. That one heads through the crease. Kept in by Cosgrave. As Broderick gets slew-footed in her own zone. Quinn able to get to the puck in time. Charette gets there first. Quinn from the ringette line. Her pass kept behind Micah. And the referees letting things go here. It's playoff hockey. Micah Carswell down low. Puck lost in her feet. Trying to kick it loose. It's picked up by Reed. Reed's wrist shot through. Blocker saved by Maxwell. As Micah gets taken in hard and a penalty coming to the Barrie Sharks. As Carswell tied up down low. With Adrielle Charette, and she'll head to the box. 2 minutes for holding. Cambridge heading on their second power play of the night. Miller, Hillick, Randall, Burt, and Ristorian for Cambridge. Ristori can't keep it in. Randall's pass errant heads down the ice. Ristori racing back. She gets there first, gets taken down, and another penalty coming to Barrie. A 2-minute tripping call coming to Samantha Larmand. And with that, the Rivulettes got up 5-on-3 in a 0-0 hockey game. Good hustle from Ristori to get back and win the race to the puck. And then draw the penalty. Ristori, Burt, and Randall set up top. Burt for Ristori. Ristori in for Randall on the one-timer. Maxwell squares up and makes the save. Face-off won by Winter. It's rung around and Burt keeps it in. Up top for Ristori. Kendra Ristori in. Her shot! Tipped on by Miller. The miss is just wide. Miller directing that play at the draw. And then Rivulettes control it. Ristori in. Wide again. Miller can't control it. Back for Burt. Burt's shot tipped high. Off the glass. The Rivulettes continuing to get pucks towards net. Ristori for Randall. That one just in front of her. She'll stop and circle back. Down low. Hillick with the backhand up over the net. And 51 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. 12:58 remaining in the second period. Scoreless second period in Game 2 of the OWHL playoffs. Face-off won by Barrie. D'Angelo jumps on it down low. Reed for Broderick. Broderick on the one-timer. High. That one's going to head out of the zone. Good one-timer. Reed to Broderick, but misses just high and wide. Broderick making moves. Enters the zone. Broderick in for Rivers. Rivers shot. That one misses wide. It'll ride the boards out of the zone. An unlucky bounce there for Cambridge. 15 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Reed, one final rush. Has room to skate. Reese Reed, up over the blue line. Taking it in. Reed, on the left side. Takes it all the way down. Hangs on. 5-on-4. Rivers for Reed. Jumping into the play is Charette. Rivers from the side. Out front. Maxwell gets a stick on it. And that'll do it for the 5-on-4. As Barrie sends it in deep. And Broderick will get back to touch up for icing. Good power play from the Rivulettes, but unable to capitalize. 11:49 remaining in the second period. Cambridge unable to capitalize on a 5-on-3. And that could come back to haunt them. This goal is hard to come by. Sharon from the slot. Her shot tipped just wide. Sharon's pass splits the defense and heads down the ice. Carrier leaves it. And up! Off the crossbar! Barrie almost opening the game. Strom pokes it forward. Sharon picks it up and will touch up just offside. An unfortunate mistake from Olivia Carrier. She misses the puck, nearly leads to a Barrie goal. But the post saving the day. Story sends it in deep quickly. One chipped out. Randall will get there first. Story back now. Unable to get there. Good effort from Barrie. It's kept in by Cosgrave. Cross ice. That shot. Blocked out front. Beeksman makes the pad save. Severin with a shot on. Beeksman gets a glove on it. And a loose puck. She'll cover up. And Severin getting an extra poke in there. Styles can't hang on. A bit of juggling going on in the neutral zone as Broderick carries it in. That one run around. Micah Carswell able to get there, but can't do much with it. Carrier pinching. She'll poke it down low. Olivia Carrier below the goal line. Hangs on. Being battled by Dion. And the puck squeaks loose and flipped up as Broderick keeps it in for a second. But Styles has to take it back. No pass. Chipped away. And the battle on the near boards in the corner. 9:55 remaining in the second period here. Scoreless through 30. Broderick's pass out front off a pair of shin pads. Shot on from a sharp angle. Beeksman makes the save. Kept in by Cosgrave. Carswell slows things down. And the Rivulettes struggling to exit the zone. Cosgrave sends it into the far corner. cross ice. That shot through. Beeksma makes the pad save. And Carswell will flip it up and out. Micah racing to get there, but it's picked up by Charette. Cambridge needing to get a change. Tired legs on defense here for the Rivulettes. A loose puck finds its way to Micah Carswell. She'll gain the line and send it in. Rivulettes with a much needed change, and they'll get it. That one sent cross ice. Reed able to get there in time and keep it in. Finds Miller. Miller from the side. Gets hauled down as Hillock picks it up behind the net. Sarah Hillock knocked off the puck, and it's chipped out by Barrie. 8:20 remaining in the second period. Reed makes a move. She's got space. Play it forward for Hillock. Burt on the takeaway. Trying to get in low. Finding Miller out front. That one knocked loose. Hillock slows down the Barrie breakout. And Wallace has her shot blocked. And the Rivs clear the zone. Maddie Kim on the clearance, but it's sent right back in by Meta. Reed with space, looks for Burt. Finds her. That one sent in. As Cambridge gets a full change, and camping up top is McKay. Ristori can't find the puck. It's kept in by D'Angela. Puts it on the stick of Severn. And Avery Randall with the takeaway. Randall in with speed. Trying to play it for D'Angela. That one off a skate. And back the other way. Madeline Mackay up on the left. For Severn. Her shot through. Beeksma makes the pad save. Can't hold on, but it's pulled out by Ristori. D'Angela hangs on just a little too long, trying to cut across the blue line, and they'll have to regroup. She'll chip it in from the red line. D'Angela in on the forecheck. Rivers pokes it loose. Neal out front all alone. Neal can't get much on it. D'Angela from the slot. Shot off up over the net. A good opportunity for the Rivulettes. But Barrie will send it all the way down. That one wide. Carrier wins the race to the puck. Icing waved off. And a scrum on the side of the net. There hasn't been a whistle in 5 minutes and 12 seconds at this point. This play goes on. Back and forth hockey. Larmond down low. Out front. Unable to get a shot off is Swanson. As the Sharks head for a change. Strome skating it out of the zone. Forward for Rivers. She'll tip it in and head off for a change. Jenna Sharon first to the puck down low. Cosgrave steps in her way. And that pass will exit the zone. Kim up over the red line, flipping it in. 5:40 remaining. Floated out. Kim gets a glove on it, but not enough as Brumwell picks up the loose puck. Styles back to poke it out. You can feel the energy picking up on both teams here. As Keller's pass heads through the crease. Styles now on the right side. Caught by Keller. Reed rushing in. Delayed offside coming. Unfortunate as Reed won the race. Kim with the takeaway. It's kept in by Keller. She runs right through Micah Carswell. It's Quinn able to exit the zone. Maddie Kim poking it forward. Carswell gives it away. De Silva on the right boards, plays it back to the blue line. Micah can't get a stick on it, but blocks the shot. Wallace will send it in. 4:27 remaining. It's Kim fans on her clearance pass, but it squeaks out anyways. Miller pokes it forward. Charette steps in the way. In comes Barrie. Randall hustling back. Beeksman gets a toe on it. But Randall unable to clear the zone. It's kept in by France. Reed trying to send it out. Rivulettes. Spoil the party. Randall plays it in. And Miller falling on it down low. Puck is loose. As Maida gets a stick on it and rims it around. Story makes a move to keep it in. Kenner Story sending it across ice. D'Angelo off the corner. Maida gets in the way. Her shot and then knocks D'Angelo over. The officials letting them play. Severn on the left. Shot through. Beeksma makes the glove save and covers up. Just 3:08 remaining in this second period, brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face, the face you can trust. A puck one back. Dion, shot blocked. Neal gets a leg on it. She'll chip it up off the boards. D'Angelo can't quite get there. And the Sharks look to turn things the other way. Carrier taken down. Rivers with room to skate. Has D'Angelo to her right. She'll carry it in. Rivers chipping it in down low. Neal cutting in on net. Rivers hanging on. Looks cross ice. Strome picks it up in the corner. She stops and plays it back deep. It's poked out for Reed. 220. Reed shot. Blocked. Kept in by Sharon. Barrie able to clear. Kim and Sharon send it back quickly. Maxwell out of her net. Burke can't quite step in the way, and Barrie now has space. Up for the stretch pass. But Kim will take it away. Barrie trying to spring Elda Silva. Rivulettes able to step in the way. Ristori now trying to skate it out. She'll have to stop and turn back. Keller hounding her. Ristori's cross ice pass. Gets a bounce. Micah Carzol gets taken down. Styles picks it up. Sends it on net. Carzol poking away. Maxwell able to get a pad on it. 1:15 remaining. It's Quinn taken down. That one high off the glass. It'll head all the way down the ice. Just enough snow. Icing waved off as Ristori gets back. Ristori makes a move. She'll send it up off the board. It's poked forward by Miller. But not far enough. There's Cosgrave able to cause disruption. Randall loses it in her feet. Played back in. 40 seconds remain in the second period. France in the corner. Miller loses her stick. That one sent out front. A shot from the face-off dot up over the net. Kept in by Barrie. Brumwell. Shot blocked. Hillock off the glass. Cosgrave pinches. Miller steps in the way. It's kept in. 14 seconds remain. Randall will collect it down low. 7 seconds remaining. Ristori sending it up. Unable to clear, but France will do so. And that'll do it for the second period here from Preston, folks. And a reminder, as always, that tonight's intermission is brought to you by Drains or Us Plumbing. serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region and Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-654-0007 for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-654-0007. It's scoreless, folks, heading into the second. We'll see you back here in 12 for what's sure to be a great third period of hockey.
That's legit now, deep.
Yeah. He's got a yellow shirt.
Oh, he's 4 under on the front nine. Welcome to the third period here from the Preston Auditorium, folks. And a reminder, as always, that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. We're scoreless through 2. Both teams trading blows in that second period, trying to find a way to get one past the goaltenders, but Maxwell and Beeksma have been perfect so far tonight, and they'll both try and keep it that way over the next 20 minutes. Sadie D'Angelo making an impact in her return. 3 shots on goal. A couple fantastic scoring opportunities, but unable to find the back of the net just yet. We'll see if the Rivulettes can keep peppering Maxwell and take a 1-0 lead. Barrie, however, looking to do the same. Jennifer Keller all over the ice tonight has been a problem, and May Severn looking for her second of the series to give Barrie the lead. We'll see what happens here next, folks. In just a few moments, we'll get set for third period action from the Preston Auditorium. Quick face-off win from Sharon. And Carrier will send it down the ice. Broderick with a good stick to stop the breakout. De Silva sending it in. That one from beyond the red line, but Carrier loses the race. Keller is mentioned in quickly. The pass off Broderick's skates. Beeksma able to cover up. Dion from the blue line. That one tipped on. Beeksma gets a piece of it. A couple good chances early for Barrie here in the first minute of the period. Sadie D'Angelo, everyone heading off for a change. She'll send it in and do the same. Sharks with some fresh legs of their own as Wallace tries to tip it in. Maddie Kim stepping in the way. Miller poking away at it. She'll pull it out of the scrum. Miller in, cutting across the blue line. Reese Reed able to hold the line. That one poked forward. Wallace in on Burt. Burt hits the deck and takes Wallace into the boards. A good defensive play from Rachel Burt. Reed with the giveaway. Wallace, sharp angle shot on, and Beeksma covers up. You can expect the game to get a whole lot dirtier coming up. A couple extra hacks of Beeksma there after the whistle. The official is going to try to keep this game tight, but have also been letting them play all game long. Face-off won by Miller. Burke gets pinned up. Ristori can't clear the zone. That puck will squeak out, and Wallace will have to slow down. France up off the boards. Ristori now looks cross ice. Burt heading off for a change. Not there. And Maida will carry it in. Back for Wallace. Wallace tries to send it towards goal, but Neal gets a skate on it. France from out front. On the doorstep is Madeline Mackay. And the Rivs. Lucky she misses. D'Angelo picks it up with room to skate. Sadie D'Angelo up on the right side. Cutting in. She'll just take it down low as Dion there on the takeaway. Severn up over the blue line. Carrier knocks it loose. And Broderick will pick it up in the corner. Broderick makes a move. Cutting up over the middle. Has D'Angelo to her left. Tries to find her. But D'Angelo has to slow down entering the zone to stay onside. And the Sharks able to come away with possession. Charette sending it in from distance. That one will head the length as Carrier back to touch up. Face-off coming down to the Barrie end. 17:03 remaining in this third period. Both teams looking to take the lead. Styles at the face-off dot. Micah Carswell behind her. Kim and Reed at the blue line. Micah finds the puck and plays it back to the blue line. Kim stops and gets taken down. That one sent out and down the ice. Reed will be back to touch up for icing, and we'll try this again. Quick on the jump is Larmont. Randall sends it in. Styles down low. Her stick gets caught up in the boards. She's stickless and Barrie can't take advantage. Randall steps in the way. Sharon jumps on the ice for the change. Micah from the corner. Back for Randall. Randall, shot through. Maxwell turns it aside. That one on net. Carswell finds the back of the net. The Rivulettes take a 1-0 lead. Riley Maxwell able to turn it to the corner. But then a shot on net. And Quinn McDavid makes it a 1-0 hockey game. 16:21 left in the third, and we've got our first goal of the game. Quinn Carswell. Cambridge with their first lead of the series. What a big-time player Quinn Carswell's turned out to be. The first goal of the playoffs for the Rivulettes this season. Makes it a 1-0 hockey game. Strom at the blue line, sent in by Strom. The Ribs will head off for a change, and Barrie looks to move forward. That one sent in and deflected, icing waved off. Reed gets a stick on it. And she'll carry it up. Reese Reed up the left side, flipping it in. As it picked off. As Hillock gets taken down by the head. A battle over in front of the Barrie bench. As mentioned, things getting chippy. Burt stops. Plays it for Hillock. Hillock will send that one in from the neutral zone as she'll head off for a change. Maddie Kim forechecking for the Rivulettes. Kim on the takedown. France. Stops. Finds Brumwell. Brumwell trying to get it back for France. That one will head to the blue line. It's Cosgrave up top. She plays it right back in. Brumwell. And puck squeaking up over the head of Beeksma. But through the crease. And it's poked forward by D'Angela. Sadie D'Angela trying to stop and get to the middle of the ice. Rivers in the corner. Out front. That one doesn't make it all the way through. Randall keeps it in. Avery Randall. Her shot wide. Rivers in the corner. Trying to thread one out front for Neal, but it's D'Angelo with the puck. Randall keeps in Cosgrave's clearance. 14 minutes remaining. Rivulettes leading 1-0 off the goal from Quinn Carswell. Styles gets tripped up. Micah Carswell fighting on the near boards. She comes away with it. Styles and Carswell get their signals crossed. It's picked back up by Micah. Carrier fumbles it as Lermont has it down low. Trying to send it out front. It's taken away by Quinn Carswell. Quinn trying to send it in. Micah bats it out of the air and it's picked up by Barrie. Lermont turning it back up ice. Micah able to knock it free. And it'll be sent in. Icing waved off. Reese Reed on the puck. Reed with room to skate. She'll keep it. Reed to the middle of the ice. Up over the blue line. Shot on. Maxwell snags it out of the air. Covers up for a face-off to her right. 12:51 remaining in this third period. Brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face, a face you can trust. Kept in by Reed. Her shot blocked. Cam will send it back in from the neutral zone as the Rivulettes regroup. Picked up by 7. Her shot from the ring-out line. Into the stomach of Courtney Beeksma, who holds on for a face-off.
403. That's ticket number 028403. For the winning ticket is written down to the group for you as soon as possible.
Barrie able to keep it in. And Keller had more time than she knew. He just chips it into the corner. Keller sending it towards goal once again. Story leaves it. And Randall will play it up off the boards. Burt able to clear the zone, but not much further. Burt sending it in from the red line. She'll give chase. The line mates heading off for a change. Burt dropping off on the way by. Carried in by Meta. Wallace's shot blocked. Wallace finds it on her stick again. Meta from the blue line. That one will miss wide. D'Angelo pulls it off the boards. And that will hop up over the boards into the Rivulette bench. Face-off coming inside the Cambridge zone. 11:21 remaining in this third period. Game 2, the OWHL playoffs. Barrie leading 1-0. Cambridge leading 1-0 this game. Trying to knot the series up before heading to Barrie next Friday. Seven's pass contested and chipped in by the Sharks. Carrier first there. Roderick rims it around. That one gonna head up the boards all the way down, and that will be icing. Face-off coming back down to the Cambridge end of the ice. 10:59 remaining. They see Rivers able to clear the zone. It's poked forward by Neal. Neal held up entering the zone. It's picked up by Severn off the boards. She can't set it in as Reed gets a stick on it. Cosgrave tries the other side. Quinn Carswell pulls it out of the scrum and gets it out of the zone. Kim steps in the way. She'll poke it forward. Micah in a race with Lermont. And a pass from Maxwell. Off Lermont's shin pads almost creates a Cambridge scoring chance. Styles can't handle it at the blue line. It's slipped forward for Reed. Reed will send it in from the red line. 9:53 remaining. Less than half a period remaining. Rivulettes up 1-0. Barrie trying to change that. Swanson in with speed. She pokes it a little too far past. Carswell will send it to the corner. A shot towards goal, blocked and chipped out. Harbeck off the boards. Broderick's pass forward. Left by Barrie, icing waved off. The Sharks on a breakout. Swanson hanging on to it a little too long. Keller makes one move, in on Carrier. Keller shot! Into the stomach of Courtney Beeksma. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle. Will remain 5-on-5. Beeksma covers up. Face off inside the Cambridge zone. Keller staying on the ice. Face off one right to her. Charette sending it in from the blue line. Unable to handle it down low is De Silva. And the Rivulettes look to break out. Dion. And over the blue line. The shot misses wide. De Silva there to pick it up. Left for Winter. Rivulettes poking away at it. It's picked off by Reed. Reed up over the middle of the ice. She'll take it wide. Reed in on the right. Taking it into the corner. Hillick will play it back down low. D'Angela heading off. Tired. And that one sent down the ice. Burt back to touch up for the icing. 8:05 remaining. Face-off coming down in the Barrie zone. Cambridge leading 1-0 off the lone goal from Quinn Carswell. Her first of the playoffs. Face-off one. Burt has her stick hit as she shoots, but Hillick controls. Randall for Ristori. Ristori with space. In. Shot. Off a leg. De Silva stepping in the way. Hillick down low. Hillick trying to tug it in the corner. Maxwell holds her post. That one cross ice off the stick of Keller. Then down. Burt and Keller fighting in the corner. As Keller pulls her down by the helmet. Miller blown up at the red liner. Burt, pardon me. And a penalty coming to Sonia Mehta, who took the worst of it. A head contact penalty coming to Mehta. And she's visibly shaken up. Sonia Mehta getting called, I believe, 2 minutes for head contact, and the Rivulettes will head on a power play. That Mehta's second penalty of the game. Neil, D'Angelo, and Rivers start the power play for the Rivulettes. Reed and Broderick up top. Interesting combination. Reed for Broderick. Broderick on the one-timer. Armand gets in the way. Broderick keeps it in. Broderick in from the slot. Into the chest. Neal trying to wrap around. Sends it off the back of the net. And Maxwell will cover up. Looks like Sadie D'Angelo going to go to the box for a ticky-tack head contact penalty. The whistles are out now. And for the second time tonight, Cambridge has given up a power play in 15 seconds or less. D'Angelo to the box, 2 minutes for head contact in Cambridge. Up 1-0, 4-on-4. Trying to hang on here with 7 minutes remaining. Broderick hacked exiting the zone. Neal will poke it forward. Cosgrave first to get there. Neal sends it in off the left boards and heads off for a change herself. Cosgrave playing around with it down low. As it's picked up by Keller. 1 minute remaining in the penalty to Meta. And Ristori back to touch up. Icing waved off. Kim knocked off the puck. It's Ristori down below her goal, setting things up. Quinn Carswell up over the blue line. It's picked off by France. As Meta gets set to exit the box in just 22 seconds. That one chipped past Broderick. Brumwell wins the race to the puck. Patron there with her. Micah now picks up the loose puck. She'll carry it up the left side. Carswell gets taken in. Players getting tied up in front of the Barrie bench. And Barrie on a brief 15-second power play. That shot on. Beeksma makes the pad save. Micah Carswell with room to skate. Carswell short-handed. Sends it into the corner. And the Sharks will send it all the way down. Icing waved off yet again. The Cambridge bench alarmed at what's going on as it's pinned up down low. Trying to kick the puck loose is Barrie. Cambridge will keep it this way gladly. That one sent out front. Hillock with room to skate. Hillock up the left side. In over the blue line. Cutting in on net. Hillock trip for her knees. Maxwell makes the shoulder save. Burt sends it in from the blue line. Miller in low. It's carried out by Barrie. Armand pinches at the blue line. Wallace knocked off the puck by Miller. It's brought out by Cambridge. Ava Strom up over center ice. Has Rivers with her. Finds her. Rivers over the blue line. Stops. Waits for support. Rivers trying to thread the needle. That one taken away. Randall able to keep it in. De Silva first there. She'll clear the zone. The Braves keep pressing. Rivers into the zone. Leaves it for Strom. Ava Strom trying to get it for Rivers. That one knocked down. De Silva looks cross ice. Finds Keller. Chips it into the feet of Randall, but Randall able to find it just in time with a little help from Kenner Ristori. Ristori now with room to skate. In. A wrist shot off up over the glove of Maxwell, but over the net as well as Carswell gets taken down, crashing the zone. 3:15 remaining. Rivulettes lead by 1. Cosgrave's stick explodes. She has to head off. And the Sharks with another turnover. Reed, sending it in. Mackay gets pinned up. Micah in the corner. Stops. Looks to take it into the boards. She gives it away. Carrier can't quite find it in her feet. Forward is Brumwell. Brumwell to the middle of the ice, but Carrier back quickly to get a stick on it and knock it free. Off the official. Sean trying to get it out of the zone. She'll do so. The Sharks controlling their own end. 2:10 remaining. Goalie still in for Barrie. We'll keep an eye on that. Icing waved off. Beeksma out of the net to play the puck. Broderick up off the glass for Burt. Burt able to clear the zone. Dion takes it right back in. Goalie out for Barrie. Cambridge up 1-0. 2 minutes remaining. Carrier in the corner. It's 6-on-5. Beeksma makes the pad save. Can't control the rebound. It's a loose puck out front. Meta from the top. Her shot through. Finds the back of the net. Sonia Meta ties it up 1-1 with 1:44 remaining in the third period. Meta through traffic. It's a tie hockey game. We're back where we started, all tied up. 1:44 left to go here in Cambridge. The Rivulettes looking to tie the series up at 1. Barrie looking to take a commanding 2-game lead. And a best 3 of 5, 2-0 is hard to come back from. And Reed back to touch up for icing. A face-off coming down in the Barrie end. Hillock, Neal, D'Angelo, Randall, Reed on for Cambridge. Neal on the draw, directing traffic. Wins it to D'Angelo. D'Angelo shot through! Misses just wide. Reed there on the pinch, but the Sharks have possession. Up and out. Reed plays it forward for Neal. She can't keep it going. Brumwell, shot off, misses wide. Meta, looking for a second. Finds the stomach of Beeksma. 58 seconds remaining, third period, brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling. Face, a face you can trust. Both teams trying to finish this off in regulation. Face-off won by Miller. Broderick will send that up over the glass and out of play. Another face-off inside the zone. Lermont and Miller on the draw. Face-off won by Miller. Broderick will send it around. Burt pulls it off the boards. It's taken away by Barrie. Keller there. Wallace in for Keller. Keller with space. Her shot blocked. Miller gets in the way. There's some Miller up over the blue line. She gets taken down in front of the penalty box. Kim can't knock it out of air. That one down the ice, and Broderick back to touch up for icing. 24 seconds remaining in the period. Tie game 1-1. Third period action here from Preston Memorial Auditorium. Styles in on the faceoff. Poked by Quinn. Micah down low. Trying to get it out front. Micah still from the corner. Getting hounded as the Sharks just try to pin it up to the boards. Micah kicking it to her stick. It's loose. Squirts loose for Randall. Randall shot on. A loose puck. Maxwell makes the save. Ristori. Shot. A loose puck out front. Batting away out is Carswell. And Maxwell falls on it to take us to overtime. And folks, a reminder as always that today's intermission is brought to you by Drains or Us Plumbing, serving homes and businesses across the Kitchener-Waterloo region and Wellington County with fast and reliable service. Call 519-654-0007 for all your plumbing needs. That's 519-654-0007. We'll see you back here for overtime very shortly. Welcome back, folks, to Overtime, brought to you by Face Heating and Cooling, proudly servicing the Kitchener-Waterloo region in Wellington County. Call 519-230-FACE to reach a face you can trust. That's 519-230-3223. Sonia Mehta tying it up with 1:44 to go in the third period. One apiece. Quinn Carswell scoring with around the 7-minute mark left to make it 1-0 Cambridge. But Mehta, with the goalie pulled, able to get one through traffic, past Beeksma, and make it a 1-1 game, and that's where we stand heading into this overtime period. Cambridge and Barrie, no stranger to extra time. Over the last 2 seasons, 3 of their 4 regular season games, have gone to extra time. 3 shootouts. Both teams will try and end it here in overtime in the next 5 minutes. It's 3-on-3 overtime before heading to a shootout, same as the regular season, should be need be. Neil, Kim, and Reed start on the ice for Cambridge, as Neil's pinned up to the boards. Stewart pinning her there. Owen sent cross ice. Kim hustling back to pick it up. France forechecking. Kim gets there and sets things up behind her net. Kim carrying it out. Has Reed up to the right. Kim hanging on to it. On the ice jumps Miller. Kim with Reed cutting in on net. Kim for Miller. She'll stop and slow things down and take it out into the neutral zone. Miller being chased by De Silva and knocked off the puck. Reed back quickly. Stops and looks to go forward. A nice move from Reed to shake De Silva. Keller knocks her off the puck. Kim and Reed head off for a change. Burt Randall and Broderick now on for the Rivulettes. Keller picking it up with speed into the offensive zone. In on Randall. The shot tipped, but Keller regains possession of the loose puck. Charette across for De Silva. It's back for Keller, and the Sharks now look to be the ones to slow things down. Adriel Charette up over the blue line. Brumwell cutting out on net. Beeksma bats it away with her blocker. As Brumwell keeps it in the zone and takes it out. Spoke too soon. 3:22 remaining. Cambridge getting a change. D'Angelo onto the ice. Entering the zone. And offside will be called. The Rivulettes bench creating that whistle. On a bang-bang play at the blue line. 3:15 remaining in the overtime period. Game tied 1-1. Cambridge trailing the series 1-0. Looking to knot it up heading to Barrie next weekend. We'll be there with you Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday if need be. Will likely be audio-less, so feel free to check us out. However, Barrie will have a stream likely. We can never guarantee, but should be the case. Teo Wallace at the face-off dot for Barrie. Miller on the draw for Cambridge. In comes Bromwell. 4-on-3 as Cambridge with a too many men penalty. Rivers serving the penalty. Too many men. Mehta's shot blocked by Reed. Mehta from the ring-out line. That shot blocked. Off Reed! And Beeksma across the crease to cover up. Almost an unfortunate break as Reed nearly knocked it into her own net. Again, Cambridge called for too many men, so 1:34 remaining in that penalty. It's 4-on-3 for Barrie, and they'll look to close it out. Mehta with the equalizer with just under 2 minutes remaining on the ice here, trying to be the hero. Reed's clearance. Hops up over the stick of Mehta. A lucky break there as Mehta stops. Winter up over the blue line. And in. Stewart heading in on goal. Leaves it. Severn shot off. Beeksma with the initial save. Off the post. There's Winter. Reed trying to pin it up down low. It squeaks out. Stewart around. Sending it out front. Mehta in. Fans on it. That one. batted towards goal. Reed batting away. And Beeksma will cover up. 2:12 remaining in overtime. 57 seconds left for Rivers in the box. Some fresh legs on the ice for Cambridge. Neal, Randall, and Carrier on the ice now for the Rivulettes. Larmond on the face-off for Barrie. She'll win it. Brumwell back for Charette at the blue line. Charette walking. Adriel Charette shot off. Blocked. Randall. Clearance up off the glass and down the ice. Neal chasing. 43 seconds remaining in the 4-on-3. Charette starting it off from behind her goal. Forward for Brumwell. She looks cross ice. Finds Wallace. Wallace in on the left side. Stops and slows it down. Back for Charette. Charette on the one-timer. That one deflected down. Neal sends it out and down the ice. She'll get off for a change. 20 seconds remaining in the Rivulet penalty. Wallace handles it. Flips it forward. It's carried in by Brumwell. In on Reed. Brumwell stops and turns around. Has Mehta cutting in. Mehta from the ring line. Her shot blocked by Kim. 3 seconds left before the Rivulettes join 4-on-4. Mehta, cross ice. Wallace out front. That one heads into the far corner. Sharon trying to get there. Race won by Mehta. She'll flip it back. It's 4-on-4 for the time being. 1:05 remaining in the overtime. Cambridge killing off the power play, but Mehta in on Kim from the left side. She stops. Mehta will take it out. Leaves it. Miller hard on the forecheck. Dion dancing around like Barishnikov. Burt in. Chips it down. Out front. That one picked off by Keller. 40 seconds remain. And out comes Barrie. Severn fans on it. It's brought in by Dion. Has Keller to her right. Severn behind her. Leaves it for Severn. Severn across for Keller. Bouncing puck. And Randall will pick it up. 25 seconds remaining in the overtime period. Randall fumbling it in front of her net. She'll play it back down low. Reed and Keller battling in the corner. It gets left down for Randall. Randall with space. Cutting across the ice. 12 seconds remain. Plays it for Neal. Neal up over the blue line. Icing or offside waved off. And that will head down low. And that will do it for overtime as we head to a shootout here in Game 2 in the Preston Memorial Auditorium. Tied 1-1, folks. It'll be interesting to see who heads on the ice for the shootout here. The 4th shootout in 2 seasons between these two teams. Stay tuned.
Shots in the overtime. Barrie Sharks are 4, Cambridge Rivulettes 0. 4 plays over. Barrie Sharks are 34, Cambridge are 23. And we're now in the 3-player shootout.
So, a few shootouts this season for the Rivulettes. Rules will be the same, but if you don't know them, it's 3 shooter face-off. The best score at the end of that will be the winner. However, should it be tied, it will be sudden death from then on out. 3 shooters, Barrie to shoot first. Shooting for Barrie, number 29, Jennifer Keller. Keller in with speed from the slot. Shot off. Goes low, glove side. Beats Beeksma. 1-0 Barrie. Cambridge has struggled in shootouts this year, but they'll look to change that here. Shooting for Cambridge, number 11, Kendra Ristori. Ristori picking the puck up at center ice. In with speed on Maxwell. Ristori shot! Maxwell over net makes the blocker save. It's 1-0 Barrie through 1 shooter apiece. Kate Stewart now onto the ice for Barrie. A quiet game for Stewart, but a goal scorer in her own right. Stewart in slowly. Makes a move. Beeksma with a poke check. Knocks it loose. Cambridge with a chance to even it up. Sadie D'Angelo in her first game back from suspension. Trying to make an impact. Been all over the goal tonight. Unable to find the back. She'll look to do that here. D'Angelo in slowly. Winding and weaving her way in. Makes a move to her forehand. D'Angelo finds the back of the net and ties it up at one apiece. Sadie D'Angelo, a storied night for the Rivulettes. 1-1 through 2 shooters. Sonia Mehta now for the Sharks. Mehta scoring the game tire with 1:44 left. She's in on the left side with speed. Mehta tries to go 5-0. Beeksma makes the save. Cambridge with a chance to win it in front of their home crowd and tie it up. Heading to Barrie, the shootout specialist, Rachel Burt, on the ice for Cambridge. Burt with a chance to win it. Burt in, takes it wide, in on her forehand, makes a move to her forehand, can't slide it past Maxwell. Maxwell able to stop that one. Burt unable to get it up over her pad. We head to sudden death. Tanya Wallace, the shooter for Barrie. It's do or die here. Wallace picks it up at the red line. In, straight on, shot off, Beeksma, glove save! Cambridge with another chance to send this place into a frenzy. Onto the ice, number 19, Lacey Rivers. The team speaks highly of her in practice in these shootout drills. We'll see what she can do here. A little magic coming from the Rivers. Lacey in, straight on, makes a move, forehand, can't slide it up under the pad of Maxwell. Barrie stays alive. Alda Silva onto the ice now for Barrie with her chance to take the lead and force Cambridge's hand. De Silva in, wide, on, shot off, Beeksma, glove save. Reese Reed, the shooter for Cambridge here, the 5th shooter, trying to tie things up at one apiece in the series for the victory. Reese Reed, in from center, in quickly, in, loses it, gets it, shoots it, Maxwell dives across her crease to make the save. Reed unable to get it past Maxwell. Madeline Mackay now on for Barrie. Beeksma in her net. Will slowly glide out as in comes Mackay. Mackay's shot into the glove of Beeksma. No mistake there. It's all tied up. Cambridge's 6th shooter, Avery Randall. Randall starting off from her own end, taking a long skate towards it as she picks it up at center ice. Randall in on the left, in with speed, gets her forehand, stands up, finds the back of the net. Avery Randall ties it up. The Rivulettes win in a shootout. Avery Randall makes it a 1-1 series, heading to Barrie next Friday. The Rivulettes do the unthinkable and knock the series up at one apiece. Randall's 2nd shootout winner of the season, and what a big one it is. We'll see you next Friday, folks. Thank you to our video production technician, Aaron Petro, on the camera. Matt Forward, the voice of reason, on the 1s and 2s. I'm Ben Davies. Thank you to all of you for watching at home. We'll see you Friday. We're going to the Firkin.